If it doesn't make money, it doesn't make sense. So knowing that money is by far the most important thing in the world, you need to get as much of it as possible, make as much of it as possible, and continue to acquire as much of it as possible every single day. Everything you're doing, you got to make sure it's making you money, it's making you richer, it's acquiring you assets. You're acquiring assets, not liabilities, and it's making you money. It's putting money in your bank account. It's compounding. It's producing. It's helping you. This is how you need to view everything you do. If you're doing something that's not making you money, doesn't make any sense. Title of this video. If you do something that's not making you any money, it doesn't make sense. Now, it doesn't necessarily have to be all monetary, but it should be all monetary. Like, you should be like worried about how to make money like all the time. How do I make money? How do I make money? Like, there shouldn't be a day goes by where you don't make money. Like, especially on the weekends, because most people take Saturdays, Sundays off, and they just like time to relax and chill. Like, none of this actually like makes any sense to me at all. Because the thing is that, like, what time off do you need? Like, what do you actually need to do? You want to sit down, you want to relax, you want to watch TV, you want to go F off. Like, it's all dumb things that just, people call this like winding down time, and it just absolutely, it makes no sense. It makes zero sense at all. You don't need wind down time. You need to work. You need to put in as much work as you possibly can every single day until you can't work anymore. You go to bed and you do it again. Literally, you should work from the time you wake up to the time you go to bed. You should work as much as you can, as often as you can, and squeeze in as much of those 16 hours, the hardest work you can possibly do in those 16 hours. Got that from FedEx Fearless, by the way, my mentor. Like, he talks about sleep being so important, which it is. You know, right when you wake up and then right when you go to bed, like, the time when you wake up to the time you go to bed should be like the hardest you work and getting as much done as possible, because the reality is that we're only offered 24 hours every day. So it's how much can you get done in that day. You know, if you're a highly driven individual like myself, or if you're watching this video and you've made it this far, then you're most likely that as well. Which means that you need to work as hard as you can the time that you're awake, because when you're sleeping, you can't work. So when you're awake, you need to work as much as you can, as often as you can, figuring out how to make as much money as you possibly can, figuring out how to make more of it, how to double it, where to invest it. All these things need to be on your mind. What to spend it on to make some more money on assets. What vehicle you're using, like how are you making it? Because there's a lot of ways to make money. Like, how are you making money? You just always have to be thinking about it. Like I said, I can't, like, a Saturday, Sunday, like, what are people doing that they need time off? Like, there's no such thing as time off. Every single day you should make money. Every single day. It doesn't matter what day it is. Like, you have to be motivated to want more out of life. Otherwise, you're just going to be feeding off of other people's results, and that's how life works. Is if you're not the boss, you have a boss. So if you want to level up your life, level up yourself, you need to do the right things, and that comes from you stepping up and you taking the ball in your court. You know, it's your court out here, figuring out how to make the right decisions, how to level up your life. You got to figure these things out. Life is a struggle. It's not easy for anyone, but the harder you work, the more results you get, the better your life is. The harder you work, the more results you get, the better your life is. So always keep that in mind, that it's just a matter of work ethic, and it's just a matter of, like, doing things that make you money. You don't need to watch sports. You don't need to do any BS that doesn't make you money. Just make sure that everything you do makes you money and progresses your life in a forward direction. Then you'll be on the right track. Like, your head will be in the right spot. You'll be in the right position. And that's what you want to be in life. You don't want to be out here lost. You want to be heading in the right direction. And that's where I'm here to help you, guide you in the right direction. That's a video I have for you. If you like this video, like the video, comment, share, subscribe. See you in the next one.